Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to this channel. If you remember from my last video, I did say that we are going to use the Ascii art that we created in last video into a future video. So it's that time. In this video, we are going to create a game. What is this game? It's rock, paper, scissors. Normally you need two people to play this game in real life. However, we are going to play this with computer. You might already have seen few videos of rock, paper, scissors on YouTube in Python, but this video is going to be different. How? Because first of all, we are going to use Ascii Art in this particular video. Also, we'll be using loops. So it is very important that you watch this video from starting to end if you want to learn this game. Once you have made this, you will see how good it is, because you are actually going to generate Ascii art in this video as well, along with making an actual rock, paper, scissors game, which you can show your friends and family as well. So I'll take you inside the computer. Before I do that, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. If you're liking these videos, like if you're learning from them, please do like them. Comment on the videos, share them, and most important, practice. Guys, you have to practice. You have to write this code to learn it. I can't stress enough how important that is. You will not learn programming if you're just watching the videos. You have to actually type it. Once you're typing it, once you're in habit of doing it, you will actually enjoy it as well. Sometimes I understand when you're watching a video on train or in bus or whatever, you don't really have time to, you can't really type it at that point. However, there are some Python interpreters available for mobile as well, which you can just download. There's heaps of apps. If you just search on Play Store or Apple Store, you will find them. Or you can come home and then practice, but make sure you do practice on the day. And as I said, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll take you inside the computer now and we'll start programming this. We'll start coding this particular game. Friends, we are inside the computer now to code this wonderful game of rock, paper, scissors. So as we have seen in last video, to create Ascii art, we first of all need some images. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go on Google, JPEG image. Maybe I'll just go on images. Go here. Now I just want a photo of rock. Maybe we can use this one. So I'm going to save it on my desktop. I'm going to call it rock. Yep, got it. Now we'll do paper. Okay. Maybe we can use this one. We need to make sure that it is actually JPEG file, so JPEG file. or PNG file. I don't want to use something else, so I'm not gonna use this particular image. I'll use something else like let's just use PNG. Okay, that will do. That's a JPEG file. And now I'm going to use scissors. JPEG. Let's see which one we can use. Maybe you can use this one. Okay, let's just use this one. Yep. So we got 3 JPEG files here. Now I want to show you rock, paper, scissors rules. So if you have never played this game, this is what happens. Rock beats scissors. Scissors beats paper, and paper beats rock. So 2 people play this game, and if they make this rock sign, which means if one person, if I would say if person 1 makes the rock sign and person 2 makes the paper sign, paper 1 wins. So person 2 wins. However, if person 1 makes the rock sign and person 2 makes the scissor sign, then person 1 wins in that situation. So you can use this diagram as a fundamental for this game. However, it's quite simple, so I don't need this diagram. I just wanted to show you the rules if you have never played this game before. So what are we going to do first? First thing first, I'm going to pull up my Visual Studio Code and I'm going to create a new file. Now this new file I'm going to create will be on my desktop, and I'm thinking to name it as maybe I should name it as RPS, rock paper scissors. So rps.py. Maybe I'll just do this and go here, and then I'll save it as rps.py, and I want it on my desktop. So you can see that it's here, and all these other files are here as well. So if you remember from my last video, what we need to import is import py what kit. Now once you have imported py what kit, you need to first of all type py what kit dot image underscore to underscore Ascii underscore art, then start the braces and double quotes, you need the image address. To get it, you press Control, right click, Option, and then copy it. I'm working on a Mac computer, so this is what I've done. On Windows, you can just copy the address from the address bar. So we got this, and I want it on my desktop as well, so I'm going to paste this, but instead of JPEG, I'm just gonna say text. And I'm going to copy this line because I'm really lazy. I have no shame in admitting it as well. Paper and scissors. Make sure you change the output name as well, because otherwise you're naming everything as rock. If you're going to copy paste, you have to be smart about it. There we go. So this is the first step, because we want these Ascii arts to be generated fast. So I'm going to run this. And as we know, nothing will come here. However, 3 more files will be created here. There we go. So first file is rock, which looks like this. That's fine. It's a rock. Then second one is a paper, which looks like that. That's fine. And third one is a scissor, a pair of scissors, which looks like that. Perfect. So what are we going to do? We are going to comment all of this out, because what we needed is done. We got 3 Ascii art images for this particular game. That's all we wanted this pivot kit for, and we have generated them and we have got them in files here. Now we have not discussed using files, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to do this. I'll type rock and then start comments. Then I go to rock file that we have just generated. Anywhere, I'll move my cursor anywhere, and then I'll just do Control A, Control C, or Command A, Command C if you're working on Mac, and just paste it. There we go. So we are saying anything between these codes is a rock, and you can see the Ascii art does confirm that. Then we are going to do it for paper as well. You can use other images as well, like you don't really have to use these images, you can use any images. That's the reason I've shown you how to get images from Google as well. You don't really have to use the same images. Now for paper, I'm just gonna Control A, Control C, or Command A, Command C. Make sure you remove all these extra lines. So we got rock, paper. I'll do scissors. Now for scissors, I'm going to do the same thing. There we go. So we got rock, which is here, paper, which is here, and scissors. Perfect. Now, we don't really need these files anymore, so you can delete them as well. It's your choice. What are we going to do now? So now we have to code this game. So guys, think about it. You got 3 images now. You want first thing is you want user to pick something. So first thing is you want user to pick something. Then computer will pick something. And then there will be a comparison. And whomsoever wins will be displayed. So first thing we need to do is, we don't actually need this. However, we need import random. So we need random module because we want computer to generate different answers every time. And we want this game to be really fun as well. So I've done import random on the top. Now, what we need to do is we need to put all of these different Ascii arts that we have generated in a list. How do we do it? We say game underscore art underscore images, and we put them in a list. So when you're putting something in a list, you use square brackets, and because we have used variables for them, so we can just say rock, comma, paper, comma, scissors, because Ascii arts are already stored in these variables anyway. That's the reason we have done this. So we have created a list of all the Ascii arts here. Now, we want the game to repeat. So first thing we need is a loop. Why we need it? Because everything that we are gonna do, we want it to repeat until there is a draw. So the game condition that I'm putting in is keep playing this game until there's a draw. And when there's a draw, we stop. So and it's irrespective of when the draw actually happens. It can be on first go or it can be on 10th go, who knows. But we'll keep playing until there's a draw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write while true. While, if you remember from while loops lesson, while loop will continue until there's a condition which is true. And true is always going to be true. So this actually is an infinite loop. I know I mentioned about infinite loops in the while loops video. However, in games, you sometimes do use infinite loops because you want game to continue until something happens. So like say for example, if you're playing a game with 5 lives, you want the game to continue until all the lives are gone, until you reach that game over stage. So that's why this while true statement is very handy when you're making a game. So just remember that it is actually an infinite loop, and obviously you have to break it somewhere, and that's why we are going to use the break statement. So if you have not watched the videos on while loops or break statements or any other videos that you're confused with, like list, I recommend you watch that before you watch and practice this video. All you need to do is just go on playlist and start watching videos. I put them in order, and I've actually done thorough explanation in each video. So if you start watching them and code along, you will see how easy it is once you start coding along with it. So anyway, I've said while true because it's a while loop. Make sure there's an indentation. Now we're going to say user choice. Now user choice is a variable where we are going to store user's choice. And we want user to input an int. So what we're going to do is input always gets you a string, and we are going to typecast that into an int. When you have to typecast, you put int in front of it. And I've made a special video on typecasting as well, so please go watch it if you're not sure, and this will be clear to you. Now I'm going to say input, and whatever the message I want to print, so let's say, what would you like to choose? And let's tell user what is for each. So let's say type 0 for rock, comma 1 for paper, or 2 for scissors. Also, I want the input in a next line, so all I need to do is just put n with a backslash, and the input will actually be in next line. So there we go. We got user choice here. Now first thing we need to do is we need to compare user choice. Now user might be adding what you're asking him to, like he might enter what you're asking him to enter, or user might enter something which is completely random, like instead of entering 0, 1 or 2, user might say 4, 5, 6 or 10 or -5. So first thing we need to check here is if any of these weird choices are entered. So we're gonna say if user choice is greater than equal to 3, because inputs are going to be either 0, 1 or 2. So greater than equal to 3, and not n, or user choice is less than 0, because anything outside this range will be a weird number. So we're just gonna say print you must enter something valid to play this game. You lose. Okay. Now, else. So else is going to be any valid condition. Now there will be a lot of different valid conditions here. However, this particular bit was invalid. So else, first thing is we will print game art images user choice. So we ask the user what you want. Type 0 for rock, 1 for paper, and 2 for scissors. And then here we are just printing what they have chosen. Now next line is we want our computer to choose something as well. And let's say computer is going to choose from a range of 0 and 2. And in random, both of these are included. So when you use random, 0, 1 and 2, all three are included. And we're just gonna say print computer has chosen and then we just gonna copy this because I'm lazy, and instead of user choice we're gonna say comp choice. So I hope this is clear until now. All we are doing is we are getting user to input something. We are first of all checking if it's even valid that they have entered. If they have not entered something valid, they lose the game straight away. Then we are just printing what they've entered, like the actual Ascii art for it. That's what we are printing. And to print something, we are using this list, and we are just saying this index is whatever the choice that they have made. So user choice is actually an index. So if you remember, when we are using list, we use inside the square brackets, we used to use 0, 1, 2, and that's what we are going to get from user, and that will be stored in user choice. Now in this case, however, this comp choice will be coming from a random variable, which is randint. So that's fine. We've got this covered. Now let's start the game logic. So we say if user choice is equal to 0 and comp choice is equal to 2. Now 0 means rock, 2 means scissors, which means rock should win. Let me just pull up that game logic as well. Okay, so scissors is 2, rock is 0, and rock beats scissors, which means if user is entering rock, computer is choosing scissors, then user wins, right? So we just say print you win. Now I'm just gonna copy and paste this so we can make it faster. I'm gonna say Aleph let's say if user choice is 2 and computer choice is 0, in that case you lose. Aleph let's just say if user choice is less than computer choice, and let me remove this, then also you lose. And this has to be elif. And let's say this is greater, then this will be you win. And there will be one more condition, which is draw. So if they are equal, in that case we just say it's a draw, game will stop now. And here we type break because we are coming out of the loop, and to come out of the loop we use break statements. So let me explain this to you. There will be a choice where user makes 0 choice. So user is choosing rock, computer is choosing scissors. In that case, user should win. And if it's complete opposite, so user is choosing scissors, computer is choosing rock, in that case user should lose. In any other case, if user choice is less than computer choice, so this will be case when paper is involved, either way, then you lose, so user is losing. And if it's complete opposite of it, then user is winning. Now there will be one more condition, which is for draw, when both of them are deciding to go with paper or scissors or rock. In that case, it will be a draw, and we will come out of this loop. So guys, are you ready to play this game? Let me just pull this terminal all the way up. Okay, let's play this. What would you like to choose? 0 for rock, 1 for paper, and 2 for scissors. Let's say I go with paper. So it printed the paper, and then it says computer has chosen scissors. So in this case I should lose, and it says you lose. But you can see that the question is coming back again because there's a loop, and this is why we used while loop. Now let's say I'll go with paper again. Let's see what computer goes with now. So I went with paper again. This time computer has chosen rock, and I won this game. Perfect. But the loop continues. So let's say I go with paper again, and computer has chosen scissors, so I've lost again. And again it's chosen rock. Guys, it's not repeating itself, it's completely random. See, I've chosen paper again, and this time computer has chosen one for paper as well, and it's a draw, and game will stop now. And you can see this time we are out of the loop. So guys, I hope this game cleared your concepts about Ascii Art and also about things that we have used here, such as loops, break statements, and obviously conditionals that we have used. You have to understand the logic of the game, and that's why I pulled up this game logic to start with, so you can understand what the logic is. Guys, I will meet you in my future videos, and stay healthy, stay safe, and keep watching these videos. Thank you.